Welcome back to this is episode 9 now. Actually, we're almost episode 10. We get one more for that. This is episode 9 of Against the Spread podcast. This week is a lot of rivalry games on the radar. A ton of rivalry games on the radar. A lot of really good games this weekend.
I thought you said robbery.
Yeah, sure. Rivalry games this
I
weekend.
mean, that's also I'm 1-4 in Texas, but you didn't hear that from me.
There's a lot of teams that are also getting robbery games, so there's that too. But this week, we're going to start with our top 25 discussion. That way we can get everything that we need to do out of the way, and then we'll jump into the games after that. So, top
Just
25.
basketball or football? Top
Football.
25.
Top 25. We'll do basketball.
Wow.
All right.
If it's the AP poll, it's going to be buns.
Yep, that's exactly what we're doing. Because it's fun to tear apart the media that doesn't know what their job is. So number 1 is Ohio State. Number 2 is Miami. Those have not changed. That's fair. Indiana jumped all the way up. Indiana jumped all the way up to 3 after beating Oregon. They have 3 first place votes now. A&M at 4, Ole Miss at 5, Bama at 6, Texas Tech at 7, Oregon at 8, Georgia at 9, LSU at 10. There's your top 10 for the AP poll. You may now talk about whatever you want to out of any of those top 10 teams on why they should be, why they should be, or why they shouldn't be. Go.
Ohio State's not number 1.
Who do you think number 1
I was
is?
about to say, I think you should swap Miami and Ohio State around.
Who do you think? Who's number 1, Bradley? Who you got?
Miami.
That's who I have as number 1 in my rankings, but that's
because let me tell you this. Let me talk to you. So Ohio State, has no top 25 wins as of now. They have had multiple games where they have only won by 15 or more, and that is very few. The games that they have played, notably the one last week, they were very slow starting, and they only really came alive until the fourth quarter. So last year, when they were taking teams out of the top 1 for no reason whatsoever, I don't see how it's reasonable how Ohio State should be number 1 as of now. They have not put up a number 1 team performance like some of these other teams have had so far.
They probably have the best roster in football at the moment, considering defensive wise. Defensive wise, they got better, and I didn't think they could.
That's
do
like
that.
saying Alabama should be number 3 based off their roster.
But you think Indiana should be over Ohio State?
I have Miami at 1 and Ohio State at 2.
That's fair.
That's what I have.
I think Indiana at 3 is fair.
And then I also have Indiana at 3. I like them there.
I think Ole Miss should be 4, though.
Indiana is a legit. You know what's crazy? Indiana is a legit contender this year, which is insane to say.
That defense showed out last week.
Indiana got
a contract extension.
Oh yeah,
8 years.
Cignetti got an 8-year, $95 million contract extension because of the Penn State opening. So Indiana's going to keep him.
I know it's going crazy.
An extension.
But the Hoosiers are legit. They have Fernando Mendoza at quarterback. They have a really, really good wide receiver core. The 2 NFL-ready wide receivers. Their defense got better. Overall, they got better as a team after that Notre Dame loss in the playoffs last year. So, I mean, they're legit. They could actually win a playoff game. Maybe win 2.
I think they could go to the Final Four.
Yeah, I mean, they're good this year.
Yeah.
They do not have a ranked team left on their schedule, so they got to be careful not to do the funny and slip up and lose to an unranked team. Because
they can easily lose to Maryland, Penn State.
Yeah, Maryland. They got Maryland, Penn State, and UCLA left. And last time UCLA played a top team, they beat them. So we'll see what happens.
It's crazy.
Indiana's home versus that. I don't think that's matters.
Yeah, I don't think Indiana loses at home either. But let's see, who do I have at 4? Let me just read mine.
You had Tech at 4, right?
I'm pretty sure I had Texas Tech at 4.
They're just dominating everybody.
I like Tech.
Texas Tech's
Pretty solid.
They're scary. They're going to give a ton of defenses problems in the playoffs.
Arizona State better hope Levitt plays this week. If not, Texas Tech is destroying them.
He's probable. So if Texas Tech gets past ASU, then it's smooth sailing from there. Like I don't know if anyone else can really compete with Tech. After
BYU,
they've killed everybody. It's insane. I have A&M at 5. I just dropped them one spot. A&M's actually look pretty good considering everything. No. A&M's actually look pretty good considering everything. We always make fun of them for going 8-4, but I mean they still have a chance to do that. But right now they're 6-0 and they look pretty decently good. I don't know if they beat Notre Dame in South Bend, but Notre Dame also doesn't look like the Notre Dame that we know of. But
they're going to lose their next 4 games and win the last 2 of the season.
They got to go at Texas for the last game.
Yep.
So that one's interesting.
Lone Star showed. Yeah, they're
and Texas owns A&M all time by like 30 games or 40 games. So bad.
Bruh.
Ole Miss, I have them at 6. I dropped them after their horrific performance against Washington State.
As you should.
Bama at 7. I did not move Bama, but Bama has looked better and better every week, and they also are the only team with 3 wins over a ranked opponent.
Boo! You suck.
Bama really siphoned the talent out of Florida State. I'm crying,
dude. That game. That's just. I don't know. It's a week one magic.
I think this should serve as a reminder to everyone that week 1 does not. It shouldn't count. It doesn't say anything about a team for the rest of the year.
Week 1 should not count for the end game playoffs, but it does show you. It does show you who improved and who didn't.
At that point, we just need to have a preseason game.
Yeah, basically.
Week 0, baby.
I have Georgia at 8.
I like playing high stakes.
I have Georgia at 8. I didn't move them either. They didn't look good last week. And then LSU 9, Oregon at 10.
Yeah, no, buddy. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Georgia should have lost.
Georgia should have lost.
I probably could put Oregon at 8 and Georgia at 10.
No, LSU needs to get out.
LSU's not great either.
Neither needs to be 8.
LSU's not a top 10 team. I don't care what anyone says.
Their defense is top 3 their defense is top 3 and their offense is bottom.
It's top 100.
Exactly. I mean, defense wins championships, but if you're going to get 5 turnovers, only beat the team you got 5 turnovers from by 10 points.
You only beat Billy Napier by 10 points. You beat this Clemson team only by 7?
Exactly.
Come on now.
The same team
South Carolina
by 11 points, by the way.
You beat Florida by 10.
You couldn't drop 30 on Louisiana Tech.
Me when I see LSU. It's so suspect of them. That's all it is.
As soon as they play someone good, they're cooked. It's over.
It might be this weekend.
Their next 3 games are at Vandy, A&M, and at Bama. They could easily lose all 3, in my opinion. I don't think they will, but they can definitely lose all 3.
I might go to the Alabama LSU game.
They might go. They'll probably go 1 and 2, and that one will either be this weekend or A&M because A&M's a night game in Death Valley, and that's literally the only reason you don't mess with Death Valley. It doesn't matter how bad they are.
I can't believe they wasted such a good name for a stadium like Death Valley on a team like LSU.
It's because other fans go there to die because the LSU fans kill them. It's their fan base. Oh, their fan base is so bad.
I know. I had a neighbor. It was funny because 2 years ago, I was watching the Alabama LSU game. It was a night game. So I'm watching the game. His TV was a little bit ahead of ours. So they were sitting out on the porch watching the game. I was inside. And so I would know something happened if you could just hear a faint, yeah! Or if you heard a faint, bleep. And I'm like, okay, so then I guess Alabama is about to make a play.
Yeah, the LSU fans are something else. They slash tires on cars if you have a sticker of the opposing team when you visit their stadium.
That's just called my
Bruh.
ex-girlfriend, man. I don't know what you're on about.
Emotional damage.
That's insane.
gosh.
That's
Walker's
insane,
just
man.
here for the sounds of them.
I jest.
All right.
Nah, it's real.
This is the rest of my top 25. We'll just use this one. So Georgia Tech at 11. Kept Tennessee at 12, Notre Dame at 13, Virginia at 14, BYU at 15. That's the next
The
5.
Mormons at 15.
Compared,
Virginia over BYU?
yeah, I don't know about BYU yet. We'll see.
We'll see this week.
Definitely we'll see this week. And then Texas,
Oh,
Bradley's got to go. He'll be
Bradley's
back.
gone.
And then Texas at 16, which I think their 4-2 record is, I mean, it's kind of like, You play at Florida and you lose. A lot of teams play at Florida and lose, unless you're South Florida, and then you win.
USF.
But OU at 17, I've had OU outside the top 10 pretty much almost the entire year, and that's where they deserve to be.
Because they're not a top 10 team and they never were.
Missouri, I didn't move them. They're at 18. Vandy's 19. Cincinnati at 20 compared to 24. I had Cincinnati ranked last week. The AP ranked them this week. Cincinnati's 5.
At least right now.
Cincinnati's 5-1. Now here's what's hilarious is Nebraska beat Cincinnati, and Nebraska's 25 and Cincinnati's 24.
I mean, Cincinnati's strength of schedule is better. They've beaten Iowa State. Who has Nebraska beaten?
That's
Akron?
fair. That's fair.
That's valid.
I don't have Nebraska ranked, so that's the other thing. I have Memphis at 21, USC at 22,
Solid.
USF at 23, Utah at 24, and then I kept Michigan in at 25 because they beat Nebraska, and Nebraska was my second option. So, but just outside the top 25 in the AP poll, Illinois is 26, Michigan's 27, Washington's 28, UNLV is 30 votes, 29, and then 30th is Navy with 11 votes.
Navy is so good for no reason this year.
I love Navy.
It's Blake Horvath.
I mean,
that's why.
Nah, Eli and Texas has been cooking too.
Mm-hmm.
But Texas is hurt, I'm pretty sure right now. So I could be wrong about that.
Navy's
Navy's going to be interesting this year.
Navy's quarterback is awesome. Navy's going
to destroy them.
Navy has Notre Dame, South Florida, and Memphis left on their schedule.
Ooh.
In all honesty, I think they can win 2 of the 3.
If they beat Notre Dame on the road, then they get South Florida at home, then on the road at Memphis. If they win both of the American games and keep it close with Notre Dame and then win the American title, we could see Navy in the playoffs. We could see the
Navy game's in South Bend?
Yes.
It's not a neutral site this year?
It might be neutral site.
That's weird.
I didn't look at it.
It's not. It's in South Bend. I just look at it. I don't know. Usually it is a neutral site, though.
Yeah.
That's what ESPN said, at least.
It does say South Bend at the moment, but ESPN's been a little... They're iffy sometimes. But anyway, if Navy beats South Florida and Memphis, wins the American, and keeps that game close against Notre Dame, we could have a military school in the playoffs.
I'd love that.
That'd be
I was
cool.
hoping that Army would squeak in last year after winning the American.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
It's just a massive screw you to all the NIL. Go to the services. That's how you get the playoffs.
Yeah, like that. Because they don't pay NIL because they're military schools. So they don't have NIL. Exactly. You go to serve your country. You don't go for the college money.
Yep.
The fall off of Army needs to be studied. Their first year in a conference, they win it. And this year, they're inconsistent as crap.
Well, they're running back transferred.
Yeah, he went to ASU, and he's not even playing because of Rakeem and is it Rakeem Brown or Raleek Brown? I forget.
Anyway,
either way, he ain't starting there. I know that.
I've always been like a big Army football guy. I've always loved Army as a school, and I've always kept up with Army athletics. I actually went to high school with one of the girls on their softball team. Like she's nuts. She's amazing. But like I've just always been a big fan of Army because like I've had family that was at West Point as well.
Yeah, the West Point transfer running back, it has 43 carries for 169 yards and a touchdown. But really,
not starting though.
Raleek Brown. It's Raleek Brown.
Okay, that's what I thought.
573 and 2 touchdowns. He transferred from USC.
That was like 2 years ago. I think wasn't he a 5-star?
Probably. If he went to USC, most likely.
I was about to say, yeah, if he went somewhere like that, yeah, for sure.
Then, well,
either that or a 4-star.
Top 25, interesting. It's always interesting. But we get the playoff poll in 2 weeks. And hopefully they are a lot smarter than the media are because the media suck at their job.
I don't know. Playoff committee's kind of bunned too, but we'll see.
Better than the AP.
Better than AP. That's
very heavy on better records over strength of schedule. Because I remember all the debates about Bama gaining a 9-3.
I don't think we should have been in. Honestly, I like that they didn't put us in, especially because we lost to Michigan after that. That made me so mad. Yeah. Like, I honestly, after that, I was like, fire DeBoer. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, if you were thinking that after the Michigan game, after FSU,
we had a whole moment
after.
We had so many moments.
Whole like 10, 15 minutes of me just ripping Alabama apart in that episode. They sure enough since then though. Everything I touched on, they fixed except for the offensive line. But
now they're making their offensive linemen play running back.
Which is awesome.
or wildcat quarterback.
I mean, him, bro.
Hey, I mean, you won in Mizzou. You won at Mizzou, so like
Missouri has had six straight home games, dude. They haven't been on the road yet until this weekend.
Ty Simpson's also the Heisman front runner right now, so I mean, I have really nothing to complain about. I would save that for when we get to Alabama and Tennessee.
I would not put Simpson at front runner, but it's fine. He say he's second. He's top 2.
Who you got above him?
Mendoza.
Wait, for who? What, for Heisman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mendoza's number 1 for Heisman. Right now.
Indiana's quarterback.
That's valid. Can't lie. But still. Anyway, I'll save that rant for when we talk about third Saturday in October.
Which we'll talk about that after we talk about this game. We're going to do Battle for the Jeweled Chili Law first. That is USC at Notre Dame. It is a 6:30 p.m. game on NBC. Notre Dame is favored by 7.5. 5-1 USC at 4-2 Notre Dame. Bradley, you got here just in time. We're going to talk about the games now.
Shut up. Let's go. I've already had to hear the entire movie Talladega Nights quoted to me. I have never seen Talladega Nights. I have never heard of Talladega Nights, but the amount of times I hear, if you ain't first, you're last. And the amount of times we'll quote it out here, I just know it word for word. I haven't even seen the movie.
Yeah, that's... All right, we're going to do Notre Dame USC first. Notre Dame, both of these teams really need a signature win. USC's ranked again after dominating Michigan last week, 31-13. Notre Dame, in their 2 biggest games of the year, Notre Dame lost by a combined 4 points. This is Notre Dame's biggest game since the A&M game. This is a heated rivalry game. It's hilarious considering one's in California and one's in Indiana, but they do not like each other at all. It is historic. Both these teams are blue bloods in college football. It's a big thing. USC had a 2-point loss to Illinois. That is their only loss of the entire season. Their quarterback looks really good. And Lincoln Riley might have found himself another quarterback. He's stupid at getting transferred quarterbacks. He can get them to play and be really good.
The fact he gets these transfer quarterbacks is crazy. I'm like, dude, like
Jaden Mavia. He is outstanding. He has 1,800 passing yards. I'm pretty sure that's like second or oh no, not anymore. The Big 10 or Big 12 quarterbacks. That's fourth. Okay, he's fourth in the country in passing yards, which is pretty good. But anyway, y'all got any? Let's think of thoughts on this game, Notre Dame, and
Ew, no.
he doesn't have any because you don't know ball. Thoughts on Notre Dame and USC? I don't care who starts.
I'm smashing that +9. That +9.5 for USC. I'm taking that every day of the week. That's an insane spread.
I think both of these teams are legitimate contenders this year. Like, I think it's going to boil. Walker left.
Yeah, anyway. He's at work too.
But I think, the run Notre Dame's had, sorry, yeah, I don't know what I was trying to say, the words. They made them natty last year, which is insane. And then
you're right.
USC's been a college football blue blood for like ever. So like these two teams it's a historic rivalry. They're very good contenders this year. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think I'm going to go out and say it's probably going to be a bit of a shootout.
It probably will be because both their defenses are horrific.
Yeah, exactly.
Notre Dame gave up 38 points to Purdue. That's all you need to know.
No,
I'm witnessing a dragonfly fly into a light bulb and get shot.
That's always how Notre Dame's been. They've had a decent offense with an atrocious.
Their defense is really good last year. Their defense this year is so bad.
I mean, their defense has stepped up in the last few weeks.
The last few weeks,
they've only allowed 7 to boys. Yeah,
it's just, I don't know. I think both of these, like you said, both of these teams need a signature win. I think it's going to be a good game and a shootout. We could see this go down to the wire, but I don't think the spread gets covered. I think it's going to be like a 3 to 6 point win for either team.
Notre Dame's on a current 2-game winning streak over USC. The last time they played in South Bend, it was like a 4-point loss. It was Caleb Williams was the quarterback. So I remember watching that game. No, it wasn't 4. It was a 28-point loss. It was 48-20 because Caleb Williams sucked. That was right.
Yep. That was the game he threw 3 picks, right?
Yeah.
Because he had the Heisman in his hands and he just threw that away. I mean, he still won it at the end of the day, but like that made it a case after that game.
Yep.
He was too worried about painting his nails.
Caleb Williams was overhyped, I think.
In college or now?
Both.
I don't know. I think he gets disrespected a lot. So I think it's like, I don't know. His Glazers are bad though.
They're doing good stuff in Chicago. I'm not sold on them yet, but that's just
because Virginia McCaskey died.
Real. That took me for a loop. I was like, oh.
But anyway, it's 52-38. Though that's the rivalry in favor of Notre Dame. So we'll see how this game goes.
That's changing. I think USC is going to win.
I have USC also. Their offense is too good, and Notre Dame's defense has been so bad.
Michigan's run defense is better than Notre Dame's, and they let King Miller, their backup, run all over them.
Yeah. Yep.
Lemon's probably the front runner for Blankoff right now too.
And Mavi is outstandingly good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's going to be a dang good game.
I trust him over Carr right now too.
Oh yeah, I definitely would trust Mavi over CJ Carr. Experience goes a long way.
The only difference is Marcus Freeman's an elite head coach, and it's at South Bend.
Yeah, that's.
If this was in LA, I would say USC 100%, but it's in South Bend, so
I was about to say, like
it's a little bit.
It'd be a great game.
Let's see a shootout.
It'd be really good.
Sure. That might be a game I tune into actually.
Yeah, that's why I said at the top of the segment. I don't care who wins. You bet that 9.5 on USC.
Oh yeah, no.
I am shocked it's that big.
That's a ridiculous spread. It's so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another
against the spread.
Yeah, exactly. We're going against the spread. because that's stupid. All right. Spread for this game, next game, third Saturday in October. Bama and Tennessee, another historic rivalry game, always played on the third Saturday of October. Both these teams do not like each other. The fans do not like each other. It's really heated rivalry game. Bama's favored by seven
The
and a
fans have
half.
unquenched bloodlust.
I hate Tennessee, man. I just dislike Auburn, but I hate Tennessee. I love that video so much.
I just hate everybody.
Real.
Bama's favored.
For that, man.
Bama's favored by 7.5.
As we should be.
It is in Tuscaloosa. It is a night game in Tuscaloosa. Kalen DeBoer, in a press conference this week, had to go and beg the fans to show up and be loud, which is kind of sad that he wants them, that he has to beg them in a press conference to be loud. But Bama is
That's a loss right there.
Bama's atmosphere and their intimidation in their stadium does not come from the fan base. It comes from the fact their teams are as good as they were. And I will stand on that. That Bryant-Denny Stadium is not as good as an atmosphere as people make it out to be, because it was just their teams being as good as they were, which is why DeBoer is urging them to show up and be loud. Because even he knows the atmosphere is kind of compared to, say, Neyland.
Yeah, Neyland and Jordan Harris.
You go to Neyland?
Jordan Harris.
Oh, gosh. But this game, it'd be good.
You go to Neyland, a fan of the opposing team. You getting out with at least 5 bruises, black eye, maybe a dislocated patella.
They'll throw a mustard bottle at you. Maybe a few golf balls. But I like Tennessee's got a really good offensive side of the ball. Joey Aguilar has looked really good transferring in from UCLA and technically App State. He never played at UCLA, but their running back Bishop, outstanding. Their X factor is on the outside is Chris Brazzell Jr. Chris Brazzell, transferred from Tulane last year, has been very, very good and a consistent target for Aguilar to throw to. And then on the other side, Ty Simpson has been a Heisman frontrunner all year. They finally have Jam Miller back. They can actually run the ball. And then their Bama's wide receiver core is one of the best in the country at the same time. Tennessee's defense sucks. Their secondary is terrible. Ty Simpson is probably going to pick them apart. But on the other side of it, Bama's defense has also looked suspect in a lot of times. Bama could have lost last week at Missouri if Bo Prabula had eyes. But of course, he was blind, and he couldn't tell that his wide receiver was wide open with 30 yards in front of him. But easily could have gone.
I could be an NFL player if I stayed off the Cheetos.
Easily, if he hits that receiver, that's easily a field goal at most or at the least. It could have been a touchdown, could have been a win. If Prabula wasn't blind or Bo wasn't blind, Bama could have lost last week. Aguilar is a much more experienced and better quarterback than Prabula is. If he's able to hit his receivers and they get open like Missouri's did last week, we could be in for another shootout on the level of the one with Hendon Hooker and Jalen Hyatt in Knoxville 3 years ago. That's what I had to think about this. I'm going to open it for y'all to talk about it. But if both defenses show up how they have in the last few games, if Bama's defense looks as suspect as it did against Missouri and Florida State, we could be in for a shootout on the level of when Hooker and Hyatt went for 300 yards.
Yeah.
Stop, you idiot.
I'll open it up. I'll open it up for y'all. These spread 7.5. Bama, Tennessee's on a current 1-game winning streak over Bama. They won last year. It is 59-40 in favor of the Tide all time. Now it's open for y'all. You can give your thoughts on it.
Let's say, Ethan, you want to go first?
You want me to go first?
If you want, or I can go.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. I'll go.
He'll take the longest. He's the Bama fan, so let him go last.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. I'll try to be as quick as I can with it. That cat right there can probably lock down Jeremy Bernard better than anyone Tennessee got right now. I think
Look at him. He's already practiced it. Look at him. Look at him.
He's getting boxing. We gotta box him out.
But I think the main thing with this game is Tennessee's pass defense sucks, but their pass rush, I'm pretty sure they're top 3 in sacks in the SEC. And it's all going to be down to if they're going to be able to pressure Ty Simpson. That's how they have a chance, in my opinion. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Bama's O-line is going to step up, and Ty Simpson's going to pick apart that defense. Jeremy Bernard's going to go off like he basically has been all year. Yeah, I just think Bama's going to win. And if anything, I think they might win by like 10 or 14. Like, I understand Tennessee's offense is really good. I think Joey Aguilar is going to be good, but I just think Bama's offense is just, they're on fire right now. And
100%.
That's my take with it.
You just got to be careful.
Bama's
defense has to step up. That's how they're going to win.
They definitely do.
That's how they're going to win this game. You keep this game close and let it be a shootout, it favors Heupel in Tennessee.
I think they could put Ty Simpson at linebacker and it'd be okay.
Yeah. Unless you miss a field goal. Then we saw what happened versus Georgia.
Oh, gosh. Don't let their kicker kick.
Mm.
He had the most.
Alabama has only had one good kicker, and that's it.
Every 4th and 1, go for it. Trust me.
Will Reichard was an anomaly.
It's because he got
so much.
It's because he got paid for it, stolen. But we can go down that road.
Okay, I don't care. He was.
Isn't that called prostitution?
Wait, what?
No.
You said he got paid for it. So I'm like, man,
for the week. Okay, right there. There it is.
You're making me sweat.
He was interested in different uprights and poles.
My thoughts on this game going in. First and foremost, you already can probably guess. I hate Tennessee with an absolute passion. I hate their color orange. It's like the puke inside of a pumpkin. I hate their stupid checkerboard end zones. I hate Rocky Top. It's actually kind of a fire song, but I hate hearing it.
It's the best band kid coming out in him right there. He had to go with it.
The arrangement slaps, but I hate hearing that crowd sing it. Okay, it's terrible.
I don't know why you hate
just like Tennessee in total. Tennessee is terrible. The only thing they got going for them is Joey Aguilar. If they didn't have Joey Aguilar, they would not be ranked right now. And I'll die on that hill because they suck.
Ty Simpson. Cough.
Ty Simpson is goated. I'm tired of pretending like he's not.
Oh, my word.
It's because
he's the only reason why Tennessee's ranked, while Alabama's really only ranked because of Ty Simpson balling out.
Ty Simpson's balling out because of their offensive scheme. It's because of who they hired an offensive coordinator.
Offensive team. Our offense has always been a strong suit in the past 2 years.
No, it's because of who you hired an offensive coordinator.
It was the defense. That too.
Your OC
I'm so glad we don't have Bill O'Brien anymore.
Yeah, your OC is Ryan Grubb. Ryan Grubb was at Washington with DeBoer. He's the reason Penix was as good as he was. He's the reason his receivers were as good as they were. Grubb knows how to scheme. He knows how to scheme stuff up. Which last year, Simpson came in for a game, and it was against USF, and he looked horrendous, like awful. But it doesn't help because your offensive scheme and your offensive coordinator were also terrible.
Mm-hmm. I called for him to be fired all season long. I was like, get rid of him for God's sake. But
the Philadelphia Eagles experience right there.
If the board does what me and Ethan are doing and wears a black hoodie this weekend, we're set. All right.
Not the black hoodie.
Let me tell you what, though. All right.
You see a red hoodie? Tennessee money line immediately.
What's concerning for Tennessee going into this game is the 3-point win over Arkansas.
It's defense.
I mean, they almost lost at Mississippi State, too.
It's their defense. It's because of their defense.
The only good team they've played this year is Georgia, and they lost in overtime to a Georgia team that, let's be real, hasn't looked great. If it wasn't for the refs, they would have lost to Auburn. They did lose to Alabama. Like,
Well,
let's just be real for a second.
let's just say this: if they did not have the calls go their way, Auburn would have more momentum, and football is a game of momentum. Wouldn't have guaranteed a win, but it sure would help.
That's
Auburn
yes.
would have been up 17-0 at halftime.
Instead of 10
I
to 3,
guarantee it.
and gave Georgia 3 points going into half, and then gave Georgia the ball back.
We don't need to talk about the big timeout either. That is actually funny.
Phantom timeout. Yeah, let's just clap real quick. Phantom timeout.
Oh, yes, I'm clapping. I'm clapping, guys.
He did say they're clapping. He pointed out because our safety was clapping to get the linebackers' attention because you couldn't hear jack squat on that field. But it wasn't to throw off their snap count. It was to get our linebackers' attention. And he was trying to get the ref, tell him, "Oh, they're clapping, they're clapping," and he called a timeout to do it. But then somehow the ref gave them a timeout back. I don't even know what happened. Just
They didn't even give them a timeout or anything. They were like, okay, it should have been a delay of game.
That's where awful boasts in that game. They should be fired. Hopefully, wait, were they?
Hey, what?
Those refs need to be fired.
That's the same.
It's
That's
the
the
same
same.
refs that screwed
It's the
Auburn
same
against
refs.
Texas A&M.
No, from the OU game. It's the same ref
Oh, the
crew from the
OU
Oklahoma game. The exact same ref crew from the Oklahoma game that had to issue an apology on social media for saying, "We're sorry, we gave OU a touchdown that shouldn't have counted. My bad." Like
they need to dumb them down to high school level at this point because this is ridiculous.
High school players don't deserve that.
Well, they're making calls high school refs would make.
But yeah,
nope.
They're practicing to be refs for the Chiefs one day.
Or better yet, hear me out. The SEC implements a ref mic, kind of like what the ACC does, to where we hear their thought process on it.
They should. They won't allow it though. They won't allow it though because what we're going to hear is, "Oh, so this call, this team. Oh, how much money you give me? Oh, that all right. Yeah, sure, I'll do it."
Exactly.
Yeah, third.
I don't know why. I don't know why that's not universally adopted, or better yet, have a sky judge.
Yeah. Third Saturday in October will be fun. It'll be fun this year. Both offenses are really good, so it could turn. It could turn into a big shootout game like the one in Knoxville, where it was a walk-off field goal and Tennessee's first win in 15 years. We could see something related to that this year, but Tennessee hasn't won in Tuscaloosa in forever. I don't think that'll change, and I also don't think it'll be close because Bama's going to figure out how to actually stop Tennessee. But if you
on a roll, concern is looking back last week against Missouri, we had plenty of chances to shut that game down early and take it away early, but Ty Simpson decided to hold on to the ball. My only thing with Ty Simpson is his decision making is kind of buns sometimes, but granted, he's also an inexperienced starter.
I mean, you'll have Jay Miller back. So if you want a true clock, just hand it off to him. You actually might be able to run the ball this week.
The thing about Jay Miller is he is questionable because he got a concussion against Missouri. That's the only thing I'm kind of worried about.
I guess you could say he's in a bit of a jam.
Oh, Bradley.
The wing and a miss. Get out of here, buddy.
But honestly, it comes down to it. I think this Alabama team is levels better than the one we saw last season. Honestly, last year was like the worst Alabama team we've seen since Nick Saban's first year as head coach. I think everyone can obviously agree on that. But it's just, despite all that, I think the team has really stepped up this year. I don't think the offensive line is still quite in a place we need it to be, considering the fact that we're still rotating offensive linemen in and out. But other than that, I think our receiver core and our skill positions are balling out and doing what they need to do. It's just going to come down to decision making and discipline in this game and exploiting that terrible secondary that Tennessee has.
Yep. Basically what it'll be.
So I don't like how you said their uniforms are made of pumpkin. You know it. It's orange cream, and you know it, and it makes me hungry.
No, because it looks like the inside of a pumpkin if you threw up inside of it.
No, it looks like an orange cream drink, which reminds me of the orange cream drink at Taco Bell. And man, that thing's divine.
It's divine,
Man, I
but you know
love
what
it.
isn't divine? The Tennessee Volunteers.
Well, Tennessee has plenty of good things in it.
Tennessee has fine women, but not fine uniforms. All right.
Wow, that's an L
We'll go
take,
with
my
that.
friend. That is an L take.
There's not women in Tennessee.
You
There's
look
not
at
women
orange
in
hair
Tennessee.
and you say Zang. You see orange uniforms and you go blah because it's Tennessee. Let me
Yep.
tell you, if someone like Arkansas had orange uniforms, you'd be okay with it. If Ole Miss
No,
had
I
orange
wouldn't.
uniforms, you'd be okay with it. And you literally said the other day, the old Tampa Bay Buccaneers uniforms, which are the same color as Tennessee's,
No, they're
are
not.
fire.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Slightly
Because
slightly
hue.
different. Slightly different.
specific shade of orange that looks good. The
You're
one that
hurting
is
my
on
narrative.
Tennessee doesn't look good. It's disgusting. It looks like a thrown up pumpkin. I don't like Tennessee. I don't like Rocky Top. I don't like Neyland Stadium. I don't like Tennessee. They're, I
Grinch,
like
calm
the
down.
state. It is a beautiful state, but I hate the
Relax.
University of Tennessee with a passion.
I
Everyone
must stop
listening?
the volunteers from winning type beat.
Timmy, if you're watching, I love you, but your state team sucks. The state, beautiful. The team sucks.
Everyone listening, I think he likes the Tennessee Volunteers. I think he likes them.
Yeah,
I think he
I
likes
think he
them.
likes him, man. A little secret lover story there. Just
I know.
I like
Multi-
okay.
Just a little bit.
I like the pride of the Southland. I don't like the University of Tennessee.
Better yet, how do you know what a thrown up pumpkin looks like? Tell me. Have
Don't
you
worry
thrown up
about
a pumpkin?
Yes.
Really?
We're not going to talk about my life before Christ right
Did you
now.
eat
all
a
right? We'll get to
pumpkin,
that
dog?
later.
Did you eat a-
No. So
Bro got tricked.
I'm not going to say this on camera. Wait till after the episode and I'll tell you what happened. All right?
okay.
When we're done recording, I'll tell you what happened.
All right.
This is
He got
not going
tricked
on
and
air.
Hey,
treated.
speaking of life before Christ, guess what the last game we're going to talk about is? It's the Holy War.
The
It's
whole
the- this is the
Wait,
game
didn't that
of
happen in the 1700s?
yes, it's going to happen again on Saturday. This is my
Are they going to
favorite
kill
game.
people again?
They might. There was a BYU fan arrested this week for tweeting out and
Oh, fair
posting
enough.
on Twitter that anyone wearing red that walks into my stadium, I will shoot them. So,
He was arrested.
and they found him. They found his IP and they arrested him for saying that because they were like, "Oh, you're no," because someone was like, "Man, you don't need to say that online. Like, you might be joking, but you still don't need to say it." And the guy goes, "No, I'm not joking. Like, I'm not. I'm bringing a gun and I'm shooting anyone that wears red." And
Leave
Yeah,
it to the
most people on
Mormons,
Twitter
huh?
say that about high schools, but shh.
That's BYU for you.
Texas Simulator. I mean, shoot.
but that's
Leave it to the
Well,
Mormons.
that's what he wanted to do.
welcome to Holy War. This is Utah versus BYU. This is the game of the week. It is a night game in Provo. Provo, it has an absolutely gorgeous stadium. The backdrop in it is awesome because they got all the mountains behind them. BYU is on a current 2-game winning streak over Utah, but Utah owns this series 60-33. All time, Utah
Stupid
dominates
cat.
this series, but BYU is currently on a 2-game winning streak. Last year, BYU only won by 1. This year, in Provo, Utah is favored by 3.5. And what do we think of Holy War this weekend?
BYU
I think
needs
the
this
Mormons
bad.
are losing.
Like, you look at BYU's schedule, they have beaten nobody that's impressive. You had to go to double overtime versus Zona last week. It's not going to get easier. You have a back-to-back road games at Iowa State and Texas Tech. And then you also have to go to Cincy and host TCU. BYU probably needs this more because Utah actually, I'm going to look at their schedule real quick for you. For Utah's
ECU
next
and Tulsa are playing right now. Freaking cripple fight. Sorry. I had to.
Your camera froze, Doug.
Much like Notre Dame and USC.
Hold on. I'm looking at their schedules.
Yeah,
That's why.
this is hilarious. Is your camera
Yeah.
froze? You're just sitting there staring at it with the most straight face possible while I'm talking. Like you're literally, it's just frozen like this. It was the
Just
most
screenshot and
intense.
made it my contact photo like I did to you.
Bradley.
Bradley, come back. Bradley, come back.
Yeah,
I have the look down.
my contact photo is just me on that Troy podcast. The Iowa
Yeah,
person
like I have.
interviewing me. It's so I'll find it while you talk about what do you got Utah
He was like,
schedule, Ethan.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm looking at Utah's schedule, and it's like, okay, it's a little bit tougher than I thought. You got to go to Baylor, Kansas, but like you host Cincy, but Kansas State, a little iffy. They're actually as similar as I thought, but I think BYU just needs it because their resume right now is absolutely dog water. They have beaten nobody. So, but I'm taking
BYU.
Utah. You tell
It
me
does
what
not
coach
get-
is more? It's Kyle Willingham.
it
Who has
doesn't
the
get
better
easier for
quarterback?
BYU the rest of the year either, because after Utah, they are at Iowa State, at Texas Tech, at home versus TCU, at Cincinnati, and at home versus UCF.
Exactly. That's why I said BYU probably needs it more because I think BYU is more likely to lose their schedule compared to Utah. You ask me what
100.
coach I trust more, it's Whittingham over Kalani. What QB do I trust more? Devin Dampier.
Dampier.
Dampier. Damper? Is it Dampier?
It's Dampier. You're right. I trust
You
it's
look
Damper?
at Utah's schedule, their
Dampier,
only
you're
loss
correct.
this year is to number 7 Texas Tech, who is one of the better teams in the nation right now.
Exactly.
Looking at
Who do I trust
Utah's
more?
got
Devin Dampier over Bear Bachmeyer.
None.
Bear.
I'm taking the Utes in this one.
Bear's been one of the
I
better.
don't think the Mormons getting.
I'd say Bear's been one of the better freshmen in the country this year, but I really like Dampier. Dampier brings a different style of offense to Utah that we didn't see. Well, we kind of saw it when Cam Rising was actually healthy because Rising could actually run. But Dampier
And Tyler Huntley.
Dampier is so shifty and quick.
Yep.
Everything about him, it's just his decision making and throws on the run against Texas Tech cost him that game. But the last few games, his decision making has been so much better and a lot improved. This would be very hostile. The environment is not fun to play in, but
Exactly.
I have Utah winning the game because their team's just more impressive. It's better. BYU's only ranked as high. Yeah, BYU's only ranked as high as they are because they're 6-0 right now, and that's literally it.
Exactly.
The most important
You better
games.
hope BYU can find a way to write the Book of Winning because they're Mormons and wrote the Book of Mormon. Might as well write some other fictional book.
Yeah, like the refs.
To try and help them out.
Yeah, like SEC refs do. Anyway.
Yeah.
But the most important games of BYU schedule are now. All of the next one, like y'all said, the next 5 games are the most important games on BYU schedule.
Yeah, that's this game, obviously.
Utah, Iowa State, Texas Tech, TCU, and Cincinnati. This will determine.
Yeah, this game's getting live.
This will
Big
determine.
Noon's going to be there, right?
Yes, Big Noon will be there. And it's
Is Gus and Klatt calling the game?
I don't know. It's a 7:00 game.
I don't know. I don't think they would, but I know the actual.
I think Gus
Big Noon.
I think Gus and Klatt.
Crew.
Yeah, the Big Noon crew will be there in Provo, but I think Gus and Klatt are calling the Michigan and Washington game.
That sucks. But
hang on, let me put on my Chris Collinsworth voice. You see, now there's a guy who graduated from Texas Tech named Patrick Mahomes. Now there's a guy who knows how to throw the football. So because of that, Texas Tech, I guess, I don't know.
We're not even
There's
talking
no
about
other
Tech.
quarterback that can do what Patrick Mahomes does when Baker Mayfield did it 3 hours prior.
Or what Matt Stafford's been doing since his Detroit days, doing the no-look pass.
But yeah, Utah BYU Holy War. It is this it's called a war for a reason.
How do we get to Texas Tech?
I just think at the end of the day,
a different schedule. That's how.
Yeah, I just think at the end of the day, Dampier's just gonna cook. BYU fans are going to be forced to call him Daddy Dampier, and he's going to convert those Mormons into Catholics and Christians. That's just my take on it. I think Dampier's just going to cook.
Done. That's it.
They should convert anyway because their religion is fake, but we're not going to get into that.
No
According to
Maybe he's
ESPN,
going to send no more mission trips.
yes, mission trip. This is his mission trip. This is his mission. Like how the Mormons have their missions to go somewhere. Dan Pierce's mission is to go into Provo and beat them. That's what it is. Yeah. BYU's got a 50.9% chance to win according to ESPN, and Utah's got a 49.1. This is why I have this as game of the week compared to the two SEC games. Georgia and Ole Miss will probably be just as good as this one is, and that'll probably be the second best game of the week. But other than
This
that,
atmosphere is just going to be unmatched.
this one's just awesome. Like Holy War's just super cool. It's a really good rivalry game.
I think it's probably the most underrated rivalry in all college football in terms of like how hostile the fans are.
Yes,
Like
100%.
I don't know. Josh made a case for Tennessee and Alabama.
That one's not underrated. Everyone knows that one.
Yeah.
You see,
Well,
this
you could
is,
just sense the bloodlust.
I only dislike Auburn a little bit. I hate Tennessee.
It's crazy. I ain't going to lie.
That's a crazy
I would
statement to
think you
make.
would hate Auburn.
I hate
Alabama
Auburn
fan
Iron
hating
Bowl
Tennessee
week.
more than Auburn? Wow.
Iron
You're
Bowl.
first.
Iron Bowl
More
is
common than you think, actually.
Iron Bowl
Iron
is
Bowl week,
so
Hate
much.
Auburn.
Iron Bowl is so much more violent than Tennessee and Bama is. It's not even funny.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Especially the last few years.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask what's a better rivalry. What do you think's more hostile, Michigan, Ohio State, or Auburn, Bama?
Iron Bowl.
Michigan,
More
Ohio
hostile.
State.
Probably the Iron Bowl. And I say the Iron Bowl because remember that one year where the guy went all the way to Auburn just to poison the trees on Toomer's Corner.
Yep.
He called him Scam Newton, bro.
That's so funny. That's such a funny nickname. I don't care. It's hilarious.
Damn, dude.
This is current day Cam Newton. What are we on about?
But no, Iron Bowl's definitely a more hostile and toxic referee, especially the last few years. Because
I think
man.
Michigan and OSU is a close second, though.
Oh, it is second.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's second. There's no.
Like there's nothing else.
Actually,
There's nothing pretty
I
about
think
that
the
rivalry.
last few years actually is more hostile for Michigan, Ohio State. I think all time it is the Iron Bowl, but last few years, no, it's because of like Michigan has not been as good the last few years, and they're still beating Ohio State,
It's just hilarious. It's
especially last year.
The only thing pretty about the Iron Bowl is the women
Of course it is to you.
on both sides.
My thing is like Michigan plants a flag in the center of the field, and the governor says, "Nope, that can't be anymore. That's going to be illegal." Something like
Yeah.
that. Like
Ohio
that's not
State's
happening in
small.
Iron Bowl.
No, because I mean we just kill each other instead. That's
All right,
How long do you think
we
it's
just
gonna be?
we just actually commit a crime. Like
I'm gonna go buy all the toilet paper in Auburn so they can't roll the tree.
it won't happen. It won't be possible. They'll find out how to
I
get
think so.
more.
At this point,
They'll
we're talking
find out
about
how to do it.
rivalry weekend now.
Yeah, no. Let's say
I can't wait for that episode. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, rivalry weekend episode would be awesome. I would not hold back on any of you.
Are we gonna
What's
include
talking
Army
about?
Navy in rivalry week, or are we gonna have a separate episode for their own?
I will probably do their own thing for that one, and then like include conference championship previews along with Army and Navy.
Solid.
But
Like,
there,
Taylor,
so
hold on.
what?
You said you're not gonna hold back, but like the only topic we're gonna be talking about is how many interceptions Darnold's thrown.
He might. You're right. He hadn't thrown one yet. That's his only thing he's done correct.
Bad, bro.
I know.
I just know whoever loses this game, like if Auburn loses Alabama's home game, it's gonna be like that scene from The Dark Knight Rises, where like Auburn fans just blow up the stadium.
Yeah. I actually think Auburn can very easily win this week.
I hope so. God, I hope so. I need
Hugh
something.
Freeze is hoping he does.
Oh, Hugh Freeze is
job
on
in
his.
jeopardy.
He's on his last one.
I
It's
don't
not.
think Auburn-
He's
Billy
not.
Napier.
He's not on the wire. He's not on the hot seat yet. The AD said like the team is where he expected them to be. It's like if the AD says that he's not on the seat yet.
Billy Napier, on the other hand, has already been
Billy Napier,
He's
he
still
is
alive.
fired.
Insane.
They literally announced it today that he's done after this Saturday because they said, oh, they're going to fire him after the Mississippi State game, go into the bye week, find someone to be interim coach so they can coach on the entire weekend and get 2 weeks before Georgia. That's why they're doing it.
That's crazy. I told Taylor this before. I think Auburn wins this week at Mizzou, and they're going to lose at Archie next week. That's my take.
That'd be so stupid. I hate
In
Arkansas.
my opinion, they're probably going to smoke Arkansas and then somehow get screwed over against Missouri like they have been the last few weeks.
You're going to call out the refs when you lose to Kentucky at home? Okay.
I'll be at that game, so yes, I will. Oh man, I hate Arkansas too.
I will say though, I
lose
do
to Arkansas,
want to go to an Auburn game when they're not playing Alabama just for the atmosphere. I'd love to go
to
the Iron Bowl.
You should go to the Iron Bowl anyway.
I want to, but it's expensive.
We actually as a fan base during the game and outside of online, we're pretty chill. We'll sit with you. We'll talk about the game. We'll go over it. Auburn. I sat next to Georgia fans last week. We were talking about the game the whole time. It was really chill. The Georgia fans next to me were like, I thought that was a touchdown. That shouldn't have been called what it was. And then they asked me, what are they arguing about in the field right now? And I'm like, they're arguing that Kirby called a timeout and then they gave it back to them. And now they're showing it on the Jumbotron that he actually did when they said that he didn't. And a Georgia fan next to me looks up, sees it on the Jumbotron, and just goes, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to act like I don't see it.
Reasonable response.
And it was like, I don't see it. He's like, I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't call timeout.
I want to go to another game this year. The only game I've been to is Troy and South, and it was fantastic. One of the best battle for the belt games I've witnessed in my entire life.
I'm going to Oregon Rutgers this week, so hopefully, as an Oregon fan, I ain't gonna get jumped. But it's homecoming and stuff,
and it's in Jersey, so have fun.
Yeah. Good luck, soldier.
Thank you.
All right. Now, the last thing that I want to do is, first off, pick a game you think will be an upset, and your biggest upset of the week, and then
Let me look at the spread,
and then we'll do a quick hitter on what we think of the basketball rankings just as a whole, because it's new. I think my biggest, one of the bigger upsets this week, a few of them, Duke is favored against Georgia Tech. It's a 1.5 point spread. That one's an interesting game to watch. Vandy and LSU is an interesting game to watch. And South Carolina and Oklahoma is the other interesting game to pay attention to.
Let's see here.
And then another one to watch out. I'll let one of you go for it because you're probably going to mention this game.
Minnesota could
that was exactly what I was about to say.
Off Nebraska.
I can't explain why. I'm just sensing a Minnesota upset. That's what I'm looking at right now.
I don't know what it is, but I'm looking at it right now, and I'm like, Minnesota is going to win for some reason, and I don't know why.
Minnesota!
We have the same mindset right now. Minnesota. But for real though, I said earlier, I'm taking USC straight up versus Notre Dame. That's probably going to be my biggest upset, spread wise. Nebraska's only favored by 7.5. Notre Dame's favored by 9.5, which is an insane spread. I'm an Oregon fan. I do not like Lincoln Riley or USC at all. I just think that's going to happen. And then the Auburn, I think Auburn's winning this week.
Honestly,
we were favored in that
game. Give me Vanderbilt over LSU. Wait, give me Vandy over LSU.
Fair.
Arizona, I don't consider that really enough.
It's not really. But anyway, another game to pay attention to. Sam Leavitt might come back, and it's in Tempe. Arizona State, Texas Tech. Trap game for Tech.
Tech's defense is going to blitz the whole game, and Leavitt's probably going to get re-injured again, sadly. Tech's defense is so good.
It's just something to watch because it's kind of a trap game for Tech, but Utah was too, and they kind of dominated the game, so I don't think it'd be that much of an issue. But Tech gets out of this game, and they're smooth sailing the rest of the year. It's stupid how good.
The only thing is Morton going to get hurt again? Hasn't he got hurt 3 different times?
It doesn't matter. Their backup's better.
The only reason why Morton's even starting is because he's been there for 3 years.
Their backup's
Hammond's
better.
backup, right?
Yeah, he's better. He's been better.
Oh, there goes Bradley again.
All right.
Rip.
Yeah, he has to close now. It's 7. That's why. Let's close this out.
True.
So basketball rankings, of course. Let's just do analysis of the top 10 just because it's interesting to me. So Purdue got ranked number 1. Houston got ranked number 2. Florida 3. UConn 4. St. John's 5. Duke at 6. Michigan at 7. BYU at 8. Kentucky at 9. And Texas Tech at 10. The first thing that I mentioned is I think Houston should be 1, not Purdue. And Florida should be 2. The only other thing is I think Louisville should be in the top 10. Other than that, BYU should not be as high as they are yet, but they have AJ Taiwanista, so they'll probably be very good this year.
Where's Loyola Chicago? No, I'm kidding.
Not this again. All for Sister Jean, man.
But
Yeah,
the
for real.
preseason
RIP, by the
poll,
way.
honestly, it's not that bad because basketball is a lot more unpredictable than football is. Because football, you get to keep your players for at least 3 seasons. Basketball, they can leave after 1, and it's so many different rosters and stuff that you just don't know.
The one thing I will say is I think Michigan is a top 10, not top 10, top 5 team, and I would probably have Michigan in my top 5 personally.
They're pretty good.
I just think
They'll be decent this year.
Yeah.
And their coach is the Florida Atlantic coach, Dusty Mace, that made the Final Four.
Yeah, I really like Dusty, man. If I had to give a top 5, it's probably not in order: Purdue, Michigan, Houston, Florida, and
Probably UConn.
who's UConn? Yeah,
UConn. I agree
I'm a
with
JT
Taylor with Houston
Toppin.
being 1.
my bad.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Houston.
no worries.
Houston should be 1. Like, just that's the best team in the country.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. Like, they're really good, and then Florida's too. Purdue's.
Yeah, it's just that Braden Smith and Trey Kaufman ran 2 top 10 players on the same team. I understand why, but yeah.
It's still
And like I was just about to say,
it's still.
I'm a
Purdue
JT Toppin glazer. I think JT Toppin is going to win Player of the Year. I'm a high on Texas Tech. I think Christian Anderson's going to
that's
take
where he
a
ended up.
massive jump.
That's
Where?
where that's what I thought he ended up at Tech. I was about to be. I know where he's at. I remember. I didn't know how good Tech was this year. I saw him number 10, and I was like, I don't know what to think of that. I don't.
No, Anderson was on a team last year.
Yeah, I know. I would say a lot of their players were on the team last year. I'm talking about Toppin.
Oh, he was on the team last year too.
Yeah, but
He won Big 12 Player of the Year, right?
Yeah, and didn't he?
He transferred from New Mexico.
New Mexico. New Mexico's players are nuts.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting because basketball season is right around the corner. It's at the end of the month. We will probably do a basketball specific episode once it gets closer to time. So that'll give Josh over here, who doesn't know as much about men's basketball, a little bit more time. A little bit more time to actually look into it and pay attention. So.
If you give me baseball and football, I'm chilling. But when it comes to college basketball,
we'll have college baseball too. Like we'll go into that. There's a lot of fun in that year. This year, baseball is a lot more unpredictable and a lot more interesting to talk about because you can talk about series and everything, and like different pitching starters and whatnot. But basketball, you got time to figure it out. It's probably gonna be in 2 weeks, and we'll do that episode. That's just a little thing.
Yeah.
We hit on the AP polls, so we can talk about the top 10. That's just a little preview. We'll get into the actual top 25 later down the road when it's closer to game time, closer to game week. A lot of really good games to start the year. A lot of top 25 matchups, a lot of top 10 matchups because they like to do that CBS Classic, the Champion Classic up in Madison Square, which always the Blue Bloods playing against each other, and they're all ranked this year. So it'll be more fun. Basketball is always awesome. Men's basketball is always interesting to watch.
The CBS Classic isn't that? CBS Classic is Vegas, right?
That's Players Era. I don't know where they're at now. I just know it's always like Duke, Kentucky.
The it's talking about now is ESPN, right?
It's the Duke, Kentucky,
Michigan State. That's
Michigan
ESPN.
State and Kansas games.
Yeah, that's ESPN. That was not CBS.
It's Champions Classic. It used to be on CBS. So they used to put it on there. It's still Champions Classic. I was right about that. But yeah, Duke.
That just got me confused.
It's Duke, Kansas this year, and Kentucky, Michigan State. So But there's a couple of good games that we can talk about for the opening season once we get closer to the actual season. We'll get into that. So that's episode 9. I got nothing else for this week. We talked about the 3 big rivalry games on the radar. Of course, Georgia and Ole Miss is college game day. I think it should have gone.
Tennessee suck.
I think it should have gone the Holy War for game day, but that's a different story. Georgia and Ole Miss, college game day this weekend. A lot of really good games this weekend. We will all be watching them, and I will also be posting about them, and we'll see how it goes. And then next week, we'll talk about the results and the games that are up. So that's been episode 9. I appreciate all y'all for watching and being a part of this. And to end it, I'll show my contact photo to everybody else. And that's been
That's his contact.
episode 9.